Hello, I'm Yoeri Vleer, better known as Luos, and in this part of the VFX Overhaul video I'm gonna add some additional chunks to the effect, and I'm probably gonna re-unwrap the spikes a little bit, and I'll take it from there. So, let's see, I wanna add chunks, and I can model them from scratch, but Celine eventually made a debris rock. Now, the amount of triangles, vertices are way too high in my humble opinion. But we can at least do something with it in 3ds Max, optimization. So I'm gonna export the asset, and hopefully you have the right folder. Yes. I'm actually gonna call it static mesh underscore debris rock, and since there's only one, I'm gonna call it 1. That should all be fine. So I did accidentally export the collision, so let's try that again. Don't need a level of detail either. Let's see anything else. That should be fine. Okay. Now I need to import it here. So import non-native file. And obviously it's not in the right folder. I don't like this view at all. I want the details. And I want to sort it on date so that the debris rock is on top. And let's import that thing. I don't need any animations. Import. There we go. Now it's a somewhat nice chunk, but in my humble opinion there's way too many polygons and verts. So I'm just gonna basically, well, optimize it. Let's see. There's actually Pro Optimizer. I still need to clean this up because my Max crashed one time and it messed up all my settings. But Pro Optimizer, if I'm correct, should be about here. There. Calculate. Anything else that I need? Not much. I can tweak it all as I go. So let's say we go for about a max of 320 vertices. That could work. Maybe a bit less even. Let's try 200. There are a few snags, especially here. I can clean that up. So this could work. Let's collapse it. And change some settings in here. Configure viewports and then statistics, total and selection. Apply. That way we actually see the poly count. And I definitely need to clean up this part here. So let's try and select those vertices and just collapse them. It should be sort of enough. Let's try and find any other weird things like this one over here. This looks quite odd. And just gonna move it about a little bit. Actually, clean it up. This one. And that one. My opinion, there's a bit of a mess over here, so I'm gonna try and clean that up as well. And there. And this can be a bit different as well. No. Well, I do like this the shape somewhat. I do want it to be a little bit smoother. So I'm gonna apply a relax on it. And the more you iterate, the smoother it gets, but this should be about fine. So, there we go. And we can probably keep it like this. We could maybe optimize it a little bit more. We can try. So, let's throw another Pro Optimize at it. calculate, and let's make it 100 polygons. Besides that small snag there, something I could work with. The reason why I'm significantly lower the poly count is because we don't really need that much detail for an effect that shouldn't grab much eye attention anyway, so let's grab those, and I'm just going to collapse them probably. There. Now I'm gonna actually quadrify it and select all the vertices and then re-triangulate. That might help a little bit. I'm gonna also just apply a simple auto smooth and select all the vertices again and highlight all the triangles again. There's a weird snaggy thing here. So I'm gonna move that about a little bit so that the smoothing groups change. Anything else that might be worrisome? This feels a bit out of place, so I'm gonna move that a bit in as well. And this could work. Actually, come on, there. And I don't like this jagged edge here, so just like those. Line like that. Alright, that should be fairly it. Way less polygons, that should be fine. I'm gonna clear it all again. Apply auto smooth. I can work with this. Though I do need to re-unwrap it again. It's something I did like in the past, but I'm not that fond of it anymore. So hopefully I can do this rather quick. I'm just gonna select a random edge. Come on, there we go. Okay, that should be enough. I'm gonna make sure that I select the whole thing through this, and then just gonna planar map it real quick. And then I'm gonna use the poly unwrapper tool that I have to more properly unwrap it. There, and we can also check the checkers. At least it should. There's some stretching here. The bottom one seems fine though, but the top one might need some loving. So I'm actually gonna try and just do it like this. It said that there's no edge here. So let's do it like that. This should help a little bit with the unwrap, I hope. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, I need to normalize them. We might be able to get a little bit more space out of it actually. Not that it's really needed, but let's see. Actually, it doesn't really matter. We can just overlap it because it's not a light map. And just go with scale. And there we have it. That should do it. And now I want an additional unwrap, open UVD editor cam for another channel. And this could just be a y-axis or whatever. That's all fine. And I kind of want to make sure that the bottom part is not covered, because I'm going to use the same shader as the spike, and that bottom one has some glow going on. I kind of want to counter that a bit, and hopefully that will work. Okay, I think that's it for this rock. So I'm going to export it again with my export tool. Let's see. I don't want to overwrite this one just in case, though. Actually, I'm not going to use it. Import. Everything fine. For some reason, this keeps resetting, and that's really annoying. Import normals and tangents. I don't need to generate light map UVs. No, what distance is actually, but okay. Import all. Set FBX. And hopefully the material will work. If not, then I might need to add some variables to clean that up. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It's not too bad, but I might need to make a new shader actually. That might be easier. So let's see what we have here, because I don't really need the glowing rock stuff. So I think I can just easily grab that part and be done with it. The texture, actually I'm just gonna duplicate it, that's easier. Duplicate it. Rock debris 01, there we go. And basically I can get rid of most things in here. You don't need the glow effect. The particle color might actually be interesting to have just in case. There. Anything else we can set up properly? Don't think so. Yeah, I think that's fine. Normal position offset, yada yada. But we do kind of need a roughness. Let's see what that looks like. Can actually get the debris rock and show it in here. That seems to look fine enough for simple debris. And I noticed that I didn't reduce roughness in here, and I'm just gonna grab that grayscale. It should be fine enough. I'm gonna unwrap that thing again in a bit anyway. Let me think real quick. Save all the things. And then go to the particle systems again. Or the ground crack. I should probably make a quick screenshot so that I actually can see what's going on. Now, the thing I initially wanted to do is use an event receiver and a generator to spawn them exactly where the spikes are. The problem with that is that for some reason then they are spawning at the wrong location. I showed that in the previous video. Now I could try and duplicate this whole emitter and then hopefully have a better result, but I don't feel like doing that right now. So I need a way to spawn all the debris. And I'm probably gonna use the spikes. Oh, emitter duplicate emitter. Use the spikes one that's already there and call it debris. There, I don't need the event generator, sadly. I need a new mesh. There. And place the material. There. Because of the vertex color at the moment it looks rather odd, as you can see. And hopefully I set it up properly because I tend to grab the red channel nowadays accidentally. No, that's all fine. So then we need to change the color overlay and the scale color overlay. It should just be 1. Now it might be interesting to actually have a little bit of glow going on, and I think the roughness might be a bit overkill, but we might clamp that later because this is looking slightly odd. But let's take a look at that later. So I might just grab the initial velocity stuff from the spike sparks and work from there. Freaking. This is so annoying with 4.1, but okay. As you can see, the rocks are way too big. Now that's fine. Actually, not for now. I'm actually going to tweak that. Expand all. And make those chunks much smaller. There. Right on that 6, they should still be quite small. Might be able to get them a little bit bigger though. But only a little. So ODA 3 to ODA 2, whatever. The only reason I'm picking ODA 2.2 is because I'm too lazy to move to ODA 2.5, and I'm guessing that this will look okay as well. Okay, now we're gonna need a drag, and it should a little bit further up there. There we go. Now that they'll slow down as well. You also need a constant acceleration. A little bit further, there we go. You definitely need a mesh rotation. And we don't really need this initial mesh rod now. Actually gonna just kill it. Get a new mesh rotation rate and rotation. That's just fine. And then mesh rotation rate. Let's see. Just -1 on everything. That should give them quite a rotation, but I'm not seeing any of it. Oh, a little bit. Just for funsies, let's try 2 on that one. Now the problem with this is, unless I use extremes, is that they tend to stick a little bit more in the middle, so close around 0. So it might be better to just do only one value, only negative or positive. So let's do positive in this case, out of 5 and out of 5. That way they tend to rotate a bit faster, and that should be fine. I do want to spawn a lot more, and sadly there's this whole... Oh, actually not in this case, of course. Let's see. Can I just increase this to 5? It looks somewhat okay, but we might actually want to go for something different and use the spawn rate from the spikes. But that might be a bit overkill as well. So let's check the cylinder real quick. Add some velocity might be nice. Gonna go for uniform, maybe 5 to 10. Maybe even 10 to 20. And this adds just some nice chunks, as you can see. Okay, that looks good. Now I could add collision to this. That might actually be cool. Collision, and I think we just need actor collision. I don't play too much with it, so we'll see. I do know that I will probably need a small delay, else it will hit everything else in the scene. Let's see, the damping factor. Try ODA 3 to ODA 6 or so. The damping factor rotation should be fine. Max collisions, let's throw 4 to 3. And now you can see that it's hitting the floors. And we have to keep in mind that they are quite heavy because they are chunks. You do want to basically kill the rotation. So let's see if that works. Let's try something else. Where are you? Freeze not working. Freeze translation is not working properly. Oh. Freeze movement, somewhat okay, but I don't like the way some of those things stop then. It's always a guess. And kill just kills them. Actually, that might actually be the best one. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for this one for now. We might want to spawn a few more. So let's go for 2-4. And maybe just a little less still. Okay, that looks better already. Now what else can we do with this? Well, we know that there's going to be initial impact around the beginning. So why not take that same debris setup and change some settings so that there's some additional chunks coming out of the core. So I'm going to duplicate it. Call it debris center so I know where to find it. I'm actually going to delete that one. I'm not going to touch that. And change some things. Because at the moment there's a lot of variations going on and a lot of things. Let's check the debris size by life actually, because it's still, I wonder if it's still slowly growing or not. This is very weird. Out of 5, out of 5. We don't really need this one, so we can delete that. That way they don't change in size anymore. And we don't really need this one either, so I'm going to delete that. And that looks somewhat okay. Let's check the cylinder real quick. We might want to disable the negative Y, so that all the rocks only move to the front. There we go. I can actually just remove the distortion for now. Fire initial, fire travel the cracks. There's an initial size that might be too big sometimes. So let's do 3 for that. That might work better. Okay. And let's add that impact at the beginning. At the moment it's going all kinds of ways, so initial location can just be, actually can be deleted. And this somewhat looks funny, but not really the way we want it. So I'm gonna set the required emitter duration to like 0.125. Maybe a little bit more 0.2. Change the spawn rate, make this a bit lower. And also add a burst of about 30 to 15. Now we're gonna increase the initial velocity. We're actually gonna remove the cylinder and change it to a sphere, location sphere, because I kind of want these to go almost all directions. We could do surface only, that might give it a little bit more volume, but let's do only velocity for now and give it a high value like 20 and 10. It would be nice if you could slightly rotate and sphere location, like a start location and a start rotation. That would have been really nice. I'm gonna lower this value a little bit. In the initial velocity, I want 2x4 to always be a bit more active, so that looks fine. And that should look somewhat okay, I think. I do want to spawn quite a few less, so I'm actually going to set this to 10 and go for 20 and 10. Doesn't need to be that much overkill. And since it is the initial slash hit, I'm not sure. I'm going to disable negative C for sure, and maybe negative Y still there. I do feel like they need a little bit more initial velocity towards on the Z-axis. So let's go for like 400 to 800. That might be a bit too much. Let's try 600 and 250. Okay. That looks good in my opinion, and I do want to redo the spikes a little bit so that when they're longer that the UVs might not be this stretched. And I'm not really looking forward to that, but oh well. We have the spike here. So first I'm just going to tweak the shape a little bit. It kind of looks like a sawtooth, which is fine, but I feel like the bottom is too thick. So let's change that a little bit. There. That way it will look a little bit sharper. In the top view for a second. Just moving in some of the shapes. And I don't have perspective on my keyboard anymore for some reason. It's so annoying. Okay. This could work. Oh man, the UVs, the polygon layout. I kind of messed it up with the whole turbo smooth. But I'm sure we can find a way to get this going. You just have to go at it and hope for the best. Luckily there is a UV map, but because there's only one edge, it doesn't give the best results. So I'm gonna try and create a new UV map for this. And there we go. I think I'm gonna grab this one here, all the way to the top. And try to go over that top right there. And go all the way down. And there. Alright, I can flatten the bottom part a little bit more, so might do that in a second. But at least now we should have two sections, which should give a slightly better result. And this is exactly the same, yeah. There we go. Well, first I'm going to normalize them real quick. Then check the UVs, which are very, very stretched at the moment. So let's try some mapping. Normally this tends to do quite well a job, but obviously today is not that kind of day. How are you doing? You are actually doing remarkably fine compared to the other one. We could try and pelt map it, which for some reason always does this weird thing here. Come on, load all the buttons, please. Well, start relax is not doing much, so settings, and let's try this here. And then just play around with these settings. With these small squares it looks better than it probably is. But let's keep this for now. And well, actually there is still some stretching here, that's quite annoying, but lower the iteration amount quite a bit. Keep the outer corners and okay, that went way bad actually. Let's keep it like this for now. I remember when they said that pelt mapping was the future, and sadly it's okay, but generally not that okay. Let's see if this looks any better. The square sizes at there's almost the same. I could flip this not too much with the bottom. I still need to flatten that out a bit, so who knows. Let's try. Actually, I'm fine with the bottom the way it is. It's gonna be under the floor mostly anyway. I do need to re-unwrap the second UV as well. Which changed quite a bit on the y-axis. There. And hopefully that will look a little bit better. Meshes. Re-import. Import all. And now we kind of need to check that on the shader as well. So I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna open that material and grab the mesh. There's sadly this small edge over here now, but generally the texture looks much better. So let's see what it looks like in here. Actually, we can check the particle system first. They might be better off with a little bit more tiling, or a little less. So we're gonna try that. So, why are you using the material, not the material instance? No, wait, because I had the wrong one. Spikes, there we go. Now we need to tweak the value. Can I not try this? Does that work? Or 7.5 seems to be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. That seems to be fine. Okay, speed it up again. Now we might be able to get away with a few more spikes, but oh well, we can try. Let's try just increasing that by 3. And keep in mind, because there's a C, that it might mess up everything. So instead of 3, let's go with 15 here. And double check the spikes at the beginning. At the end, actually. Would be nice if there was an additional one more spike there. In the worst case, we might just find new seed that works. I do think it looks nice now that the spikes are a little bit more sharp. Let's see, I kind of want to check the material real quick. We might be able to lower the emissiveness a little bit over time. Then a little bit faster. Let's try it with a 5. And instead of linear, we're gonna obviously change that setting. So let's grab them both. There. Maybe a little bit later. Alright. So now they cool down a little bit before it ends. That's also a nice touch. Okay. So let's see. We might want to go for new seeds for the rotation because I added a few more spikes. Which is not a fun thing to do, I know. So here we go again. This is 0. Not too wondrous. 2. 2 seems okay. Let's try it a few times. Okay. 2 definitely looks way better this time. So 2. 3. No. 4. No. 5. 6 might be okay. Try it a few times because there are a few variations in the way it spawns. Other angle. I don't like that there's only spikes to the right side. Okay, never mind then. 7. Good work. No. 8, 9, 10. This is quite a boring thing to do sometimes, but all for that control. 14, 15, 16. For one effect I had to go to all the way to 110 just to find 3 that were good, and in that case I'll probably just speed up this video and to 1, to 2, to 3. Good work. Nope. To 4. To 5. Too much overlap at the end, yeah. Damn it, to 6. To 7. To 8. To 9. Please be a good one. Nope. So yeah, how are you doing? This is a good moment to talk about random stuff, I guess, but oh man. 36, 37, 38. Do we have a winner? Not too bad. Let's just add that one. Please be 39. No, sadly not. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. That might actually work. Oh, we finally found it. Okay. So, at number 2 and number 38. And I kind of feel like I want to add that impact spark. I want to delay it just a millifraction of a second. So let's do that real quick. This is the animation to play, and the impact spark should be a little bit later. Only a fraction, I think. Let's try. That feels better. Maybe, let's try 1 millimicro moment later. Because I kind of want it just around the same time as the camera is shaking. And that feels somewhat better. All kinds of debris flying about. Okay, so only the reflection, the fire, and just some additional thing for that character to swipe. I could add a quick ribbon probably to it, just to get it going. Let's do that right now. I need a very simple ribbon material. And VFX ribbon. It's called a little bit more like that, like hammer ribbon 01. And this is going to be a really quick setup. I made a ribbon trail material function, which is basically just this. So you can copy that if you want. And basically this goes into the emissive, this goes into the opacity. Going to be translucent, unlit, no tangent space, normal maps. It's going to be fully rough. I need it to be two-sided. I don't need any fogging, and I don't need light map directionality. So for now this is fine. As you can see, I already have the particle color set up in here. So this is just a nice beginning. And I need to set up a ribbon in here. The particle system par hammer ribbon 01. Apply that. We don't need any velocity, initial size. Shouldn't be too bothered about. Color of life for now. Let's just make it a quick orange. And the end time as well. This is just a placeholder, so I can at least see what's going on. The type date is going to be an enum trail. This I can all just keep for now. The spawn rate I can actually just set to null and get a spawn per unit. And generally about 50 is fine. I'm going to 20 for now and just spawn only one. And I think that should be fine. I'm not sure if you can actually see it if you add a motion to it. No. And the only way to really test this is by adding it to the animation. So let's get a trail. Nothing else really that we can use. Make it a bit longer. And call the heaven ribbon. So we might need some bones. I'm not sure if there are any set up, so I'm going to go to the skeleton. And there are actually some nice trails going on. Trail LM12, that's fine. And I'm sure that there's on the other side as well. Okay, so we can use that. Trail left 1 and trail left 2. And that should be loading the effect real quick. Let's grab it at the moment. It's starting to swing forward, so that's about here. And it just hits about here. Let's copy this one and paste this one and set this to R1 and to R2 there. Now this is just a placeholder, keep that in mind. So it's just to see what it will look like. I'm going to add more detail to the material in a bit. And for now, let's just make it very bright. And that's good for now. I'm gonna take this up in the next video a bit more. I do want to lower the lifetime quite a bit, like 0.3. And let's do a size by over life. No. Expand all. And at the end of the lifetime, it should be 0. Oh, there. I feel like it could be even shorter. So 0.15. It just needs to add a little bit of an like that to it. I actually feel like I should tweak these to be a bit higher. So about there. They're not used anywhere else in this thing, so I can actually tweak them without having to add a new socket, which is fine. There, let's save it real quick. This should make the trail a little bit thinner and that might look better, yeah. And in this case we might actually up the trail again a little bit. Now it needs to be way more hot and need some additional detail, but at least we can see what's going on now. I might be able to stop it just a little bit sooner. There. Okay, I guess that's it for now, because I need to start working on my dinner. Maybe I'll make another video tonight, maybe not, it depends on Mrs. Girlfriend. And until that time, have a good day, make your dreams come true, and take care. Luos out.